Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. At the 24-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check, check, lucky.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Hey, Orbit.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 or. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Now movement already. So a flag down here on our very first play.
We play to win.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Squeeze. Safety's creeping. Look at me. Go.
Here's Jacobs. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Come. You.
2nd and 14. And, he took the hit one-handed. What a grab. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
I'm coming for you, son. Pilot, 64, weak.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this open. Point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. Wide open receiver complete. The 30, 20, 10, 5. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. In your face.
From the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure. The Browns are in. Touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
You go ahead and press that. I had to change the CD situation.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Target. Hey, wahoo! 53 is the Mike. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Yeah, that's what I do.
2nd and 11. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And now it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense.
Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Real.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns.
Set, 180. Lights 50. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you out.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
2nd and 9 now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds McLaurin. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I can tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Oh, but my guys aren't
Jonathan
catching balls
Abram
like
picks
that.
it. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
As a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if it keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Now.
They'll look to throw. That escapes the sack. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Good. 180. You gotta get the ball. Get the ball right here. King.
Play fake. Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Mayfield looks to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return will stop right around the 25. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
15. First down, Browns.
180. Run.
Mayfield on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
And on first and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and drop. And now, they're not even in the red zone anymore.
Point it right. Minus 50. It's just me and you.
Throwing on second and long. Mayfield under pressure again, and down he goes again. Max Crosby able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Here's Mayfield, flushed out right. He wants it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that,
well, he's into the clear. He's at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
1st down, Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. In for the score as his guys are back within a single score. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get it.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, Zoo. 53 is the mic. 65, 65. 80 weapons. 65. 6 guys.
They'll drop the throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 19 yards there on the catch and run. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike. Hey, Delta. Quit talking about it and clear. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey, tight. Check. 53's Mike. Big River.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he's going to go down again. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yo, slam.
From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st down, Browns.
180. 50. Time go. Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Able to push his way through. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a well done. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Bullet good on the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
On play action, they'll throw. This will be caught by Brown. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Hey, lock it.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On second down, Jacobs. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. 8, read. 53, Mike, 53.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
50 the Mike. Let's go one more. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Too little, Pep. Mike's 50, Mike. Hey, echo.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jerry Tillery in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie there defensively to knock it away, Trayvon Mullen.
64,
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
15 So don't say nothing.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with.